Welcome, everyone. It's pretty close, a little after 9, but I'm watching TV here. I was back and forth between BBC and CNN. CNN headlines are the ballroom. This is such a main concern, the ballroom. It shows where Trump's priorities are himself. Francisco Moreno, thanks for the follow. Irene Bays, thanks for the follow. Lisa Snyder, thanks for the follow. I'm just going to go live on Instagram for a little bit, simultaneously. Put it here, maybe. Hey, what's up, Salika? Did you watch the end of? You watched the whole Rosie bit? What's new? Hey, I'm live on Twitch right now, so give me a follow. I'm streaming live on Twitch. Those on Instagram right now, switch over to This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. So it's the same handle, but on Twitch. You go to twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. I stream every night after 9 o'clock. I say after 9 o'clock because sometimes I stream on 9 o'clock and sometimes I stream after, but most nights I would say probably like right after 9 o'clock I start streaming on Twitch. So give me a follow. No, I still have it on Commercial Zone. Oh, Commercial Zone right now. You know, I don't know if you noticed that, but like there are a lot of the trolls on my Facebook. I guess you don't read my Facebook, only my Facebook's probably my Facebook's my biggest account right now. It's insane the amount of engagement I get on my Facebook public profile. So they all call me. They think I look like Rosie O'Donnell, and I'm like, that's not a diss. Like I'm taking it as a compliment. You know, we're both Irish heritage, dual citizenship. You know, we're both from New York. We're both talented. We're both funny. I mean, I don't find that as being. If they told me I look like Trump, I'd be like, go fuck yourself. I'd rather look like Rosie O'Donnell than Trump. You know what I'm saying? I'm live on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. Give me a follow. Aransha, thank you. Hello. Listen, do me a favor. I'm going to turn off Instagram in a minute. So I need you to follow me on Twitch because I'm streaming live on Twitch on another camera. So I need you to go to twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. So I have the same handle on Twitch as I do here. So come on over to Twitch right now because I'm going to shut off the IG in about a minute. She's genuinely a good person. It's a compliment. Yeah. I am not a huge fan of Facebook. But the crazy thing is, it's lucrative. Believe it or not, the reels are lucrative. And the more engagement you get, the more lucrative it is. It's sick. And MAGA is so easy to poke them. It's so easy to get engagement from MAGA boomers. It doesn't take much at all. It doesn't even take good acting. And the more they engage, the more they watch the videos. You know, it's interesting. And believe me, someone I know from my old neighborhood in Brooklyn told me I should start doing the Facebook Reels, and it's been lucrative. It's been great. I've only done it for like 2 months, and it's like I make the videos on TikTok. I'll share them on IG, and then I'll put them on the Reels. I mean, IG I do all right. I think I do modestly well. Most of my, I'd say a good majority of my reels on IG usually get a few thousand views, but the Facebook is unbelievable. She has no scandal like Ellen, I believe. Show is next month, so go to feltmanworldsfirsthotdog.com and you can see my schedule. Just go to the website. It's Feltman, meaning the man Feltman, not the brand, the person Feltman. worldsfirsthotdog.com. And also, do me a favor. I'm going to get off. What's up, Buck? Do me a favor. Can you follow me on Twitch? Because I'm going to turn off IG in a little bit. I stream every night on Twitch after 9 o'clock. So if you come on Twitch, it's easy. Just go to twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. So I have the same handle on Twitch as I do on Instagram. And I don't use Instagram often, only for reels. So sometimes I'll just go on Instagram just to let people know. Yeah, it's very simple. Just go on, get an account. You can use any name. But I stream every night, and we have like a little crew here. We have Salika here and a few cool people. But I stream every night after 9 o'clock on Twitch. So go to twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn, and I'm streaming on this camera because I'm going to shut off Instagram in a little bit. Pick up with the kids. Can't wait. I'm so excited. Facebook will suddenly pick up with the kids. So yeah, when are you leaving for Lake George? I'm going to Walt Disney World this week. I usually go to Walt Disney World every 6 weeks. So I won't be streaming. I'm not bringing this stuff to Disney World, but this week I'm going to be streaming every night. I pretty much do stream every night at this point after 9 o'clock on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. Oh, for my show. Oh, yeah. You're coming to the September one? My play, yeah. You're coming to my with your dad, I think you said. Yeah, I do 1 week a month. So I got like September, October, I believe, and then I'm taking to Hollywood in December. But, you just have to go to the website and you could see FeltmanWorldsFirstHotDog.com. You'll see my the schedule and the tickets are there. Next Thursday, nice. Yeah, it's on your birthday. That's right. What the hell is going on? Are there fireworks going on in New Jersey? I'm looking out my window. It looks like fireworks in Jersey. And then it stopped. You never know what you can see out the window from a high-rise apartment in Manhattan. You ever been to Teaneck and we're disappointed to see no Feltmans? Hi, Pilot W09. I was in. You want to hear something funny? I was in Teaneck a long time ago. And it was like a local news station. Like they auditioned me to or host a show in Teaneck. This is going back like 30 years ago. So that's what I think of Teaneck. It was through Backstage. It was like some kind of gig. It was like about 30 years ago. I don't own the company anymore, as you know. So I don't have any control over where you could find those products. My play is separate from the company. It's my freedom of speech. It's autobiographical. So, and there's no confusion there. But I don't know. I don't know where you could find them at this point. I don't own the company. I think New Hope has. Oh, okay. Has fireworks Fridays in the summer. That's what it is. You could always order them online. So you could order them online. Mr. Pilot. I don't know if you guys want me to call you by your what name you want me to call you by. I'm live on Twitch. Give me a follow. This is Michael Quinn. I stream every night after 9 o'clock on Twitch. I never been to Raz's. I'm never in Jersey, honestly. But you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. You know, growing up in Brooklyn, New York, Jersey was like, yuck. But you know what? I'm starting to kind of warm up to certain areas of New Jersey. I think Jersey has great food, great restaurants. And of course, I love Cape May. Atlantic City is like, you know. So there are places in Jersey I like to go to. I'm not going to be a snob anymore because grew up in New York City. How's the world of T-shirts? As far as I know, well, I think he's doing well. Danderson is doing well. I'm doing well. So it seems like it's going to be a happy ending to maybe some people's chagrin. But I think everyone's doing well right now, but thanks for asking. I'm live on Twitch. Give me a follow. This is Michael Quinn. I guess you can see New Hope from where you live. It's only a little over an hour and a half from where you live. Maybe that's what I'm looking at. I don't know. That's what Chris says. He grew up in Philly. He thought the same thing about Jersey. Yeah. I think Flanagan's doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Thanks for reminding me. I got to give him a call. I got to give Will Flanagan a call. Sleek, I don't know if you know our friend Will Flanagan. He's a politician from Boston, and he was nearly unalived. He was stabbed, and he recovered, and he's a friend. And he's well known in the circle here. So that's who I'm referring to. But I got to give him a call, see how he's doing this summer. But the last time we touched base, he seemed to be doing well. Not based, touch base. Oh, the fireworks are at 9. Okay, that's probably what I just saw in Jersey from here. Hi, everyone on Instagram. I'm going to turn Instagram off in a moment. So if you want to join the conversation, you have to go to my Twitch account. Go to twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. So I'm going to turn this off. So if you want to join the conversation, I stream on Twitch every night after 9 o'clock. So come on board. Join the club. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch streaming right now. Goodbye. So one of my other accounts on TT was suspended. The live was suspended because, I mentioned Trump. So it's just, I'm done with TikTok. I just use it to edit, but it's just crazy how Trump is using all this to weaponize us, that we can't speak out. We're even just mentioned. It's crazy. There was one time where I just quoted him, and it was like flagged, like quoted him. You sound like you live in a place like the observatory in LA. Yeah, it kind of looks like it from here, the observatory. It was in Rebel Without a Cause, right? You know what's interesting? So TikTok Live, I think I said this last night, they got rid of the mirror. You can't mirror your image anymore. You can see Vegas from the observatory. Can you? No. I've been up there before. You could see Vegas from the observatory unless... Are you sure about that? That's a long best. Wow. Get Mamdani in office. He is in office. Mamdani is in office. I'm live on Twitch, streaming live. This is Michael Quinn. All right. So this is what's going on next week. I'll be going later next week. I'm going to be going to Walt Disney World, but I'll be streaming every night up to that point. I've been having a few, even when I go out, I've been doing 11 o'clock midnight streams. They've been good. Last night was a good stream. I think I started streaming at 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe. Was anyone on my stream last night? I forgot exactly what time I started, but it was sometimes really late. You get people come into the stream, my Twitch stream, and we have great conversations. It's democracy in progress. You do okay with all the water yesterday? New Jersey had a few inches of water on the road for a bit. I believe I saw Vegas. It was around the time late Adam West passed away. I have to look into that. Yeah, I did it right. I mean, listen, I live in a high rise in Manhattan, so there's not going to be any water trouble here. I was out, and I know it hit Rockaway and it hit Atlantic Beach. There's a good chance from where I am, I could have probably seen a funnel cloud because I'm so high up in that direction. But at the same time, it was pretty overcast, and it was pretty dark. And I met up with a buddy of mine. We went to Delmonico's for a couple of martinis, and I had to wait a few minutes to get down here because the rain was so crazy. I was like waiting for like a half an hour under the scaffolding because I don't want to get my button-up shirt and my pants wet. You flew into Teterboro right before it was pissing rain. Yeah. Many people don't know that a tornado on the water is a water spout, but once it hits land, it's a tornado. It's the same thing. God, it must have been 40 years ago, I'd say. You can look it up. Maybe 35 years ago. That's kind of very close to Manhattan. You could Google it, look it up. It was probably around 35 years ago. Could have been longer. It may have been the 80s, but I remember seeing it on the news. And Fort Lee, like right by the George Washington Bridge, a tornado landed. I remember there was a tornado once in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. There was one out in Islip a few years ago. But the point is, this isn't normal. And you get these MAGA assholes who are like, yeah, it's called the weather, man. Soy boy. It's called the weather. I'm like, I know it's called the fucking weather, but this isn't fucking normal weather. Like, this is not normal. Tornadoes in Queens and Long Beach are not normal. They're not supposed to happen. I'm live on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. I'm streaming live on Twitch right now. So give me a follow. No, I was sleeping Quinn after hours. Yeah. Well, some nights I don't go out a lot, but I go out. I live in Manhattan, so I go out like once or twice a week. So you got to give me cut me a little slack, But at least I get back and start streaming. I know so many people were up, couldn't wait for me to go live. Well, it's good that you got into Teterboro before the storm. I'd hate to be stuck up in the air where you can't land because it's like it's a tornado down there. I may go to Coney Island this weekend. I haven't been there in a while. My hometown. I'm thinking maybe Sunday would be better. I think tomorrow's going to be overcast. So I'll probably go to, like Ruby's, Paul's daughter, like hang out a little bit down there. I must have my shit mixed up. You're right. You can't see Vegas from the Griffith Observatory. It was all of LA you could see. Oh yeah, I could see all of LA, like especially downtown. Absolutely. So I thought Vegas was a bit of a stretch. Hi everyone, I'm live on Twitch right now. I stream every night after 9 o'clock. Go to twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. That's me on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. My buddy Will Keenan was there with his daughter. At the observatory or Vegas? Have you ever read this book? Oh, Coney Island. Have you ever read this book at all? I don't know if you could read it. Howard Zinn, A People's History of the United States. This is the type of book where, like, if you're going to start reading it, don't do anything that day because you will not be able to put it down. Coney Island. He was there today, your friend Will? I told you who has a church now in Cape May. He's an actor. Wait, is the church in... There's a church in Cape May that's a theater. Is that what you're talking about? Or he's like a pastor or something? Because I know the Cape May theater, it looks like it used to be a church. Hi, everyone. I'm streaming live on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. I stream every night after 9 o'clock, so give me a follow. A couple of days ago. You know what's crazy? You see these video footage. And Coney Island got hit a few times this summer. Not with tornadoes, but like something like that, you know? And even those people that were at the at Atlantic Beach, at that beach club. The beach club next to it, everyone got the fuck out of there. But for some reason, those people decided to stay with their children with a funnel cloud coming. Like, once I saw that shit, I would just jump in my car and get the fuck out of there. So that's kind of odd that, like, you know, especially when it's like overcast like that, you're like, let's just go home. It's the work, you know, you don't want to be in a cabana. It's like a horse stable, you know? So it's just interesting that it hit that club, but then there were people still there. Where the other clubs in Atlantic Beach, people just got the hell out of there. Yeah. My middle name is Thomas. I was named after the English muffins. My father was never given a middle name. His parents were cheap. So I'm not a junior. Thomas, yeah, well, both of my grandfathers were Thomas. But my maternal grandfather, because I was going to be Michael Nolan Quinn. Because my paternal grandmother her maiden name was Nolan. So I was going to be Michael Nolan Quinn. But then my maternal grandfather, passed away like a couple of weeks before I was born. And his name was Thomas. He was actually born in 1890, my grandfather. So that's why my parents, and it was also, you know, both grandpas are Thomas. But my dad doesn't have a middle name. He's just Michael Quinn. I'm Michael Thomas Quinn. My sister Samantha, she was named after the girl on Give Me a Break. I remember that show. My brother does not have a middle name. Cheap bastards. How do you not give your child a middle name? Don't be cheap. Hey, I'm live on Twitch. I'm streaming live every night after 9. Go to This Is Michael Quinn on Twitch. Thanks for joining, everyone on Twitch. Don't forget to press the follow button. And just to let you know that I stream every night after 9 o'clock on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. And for those who are watching from my Facebook or from my YouTube channel, Michael Quinn Jag, if you want to come into the Twitch, there's a link underneath the screen, and you can join the conversation in the Twitch chat box. My handle is This Is Michael Quinn on Twitch. Will the show be broadcasted for those out of town? I'm thinking about it. Not yet. My play I do once, pretty much 1 week a month in New York City. So I'm not going to end. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm also taking it on tour. I'm taking it to Hollywood in December. You know what stinks? Being the oldest of three, and born in 1980. That's me, oldest of three, born in 1975. My parents didn't have a name picked out and let other people suggest the name. Interesting. Yes, the 36th Street Theater. I do 1 week a month there. So I'll be back in September. Yeah, definitely. You should definitely come. I think if you like history and New York history and stuff like that, I think you'll find it fascinating. I don't promote it. Is that the reason I don't call it by its name? Because it has nothing to do with them. So that they said, I rent out the space, so it's not affiliated with them. So that's why I just call it the 36th Street Theater. It's in the same building as the chain, and that other one too. But the fact I don't use it because it has nothing to do with them. That's why I don't promote it as the chain, because I'm the producer. I finance it, so I just rent out a space in that building. So, but if you want to say that's where it's located, that's good. But I don't promote it that way. And Salika had seen it a few months back, and she's coming back with her father to see it, I believe, for her birthday next month. Streaming live on Twitch. I stream live every night after 9 o'clock. So come join the conversation. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. So join the conversation with us. And you people watching here on Facebook and YouTube, come on board. Join my Twitch chat box right now. I just did a podcast this week. It was fun. It was a fun podcast. I'll be posting it soon, hopefully. I think we'll see, but it went really well about my play. Occasionally I get people reach out to me to do podcasts and stuff. I'm not a podcast guy. Like, I would rather do this than a podcast, to be honest with you. I had a podcast, like a shitty one, like not shitty, but it was like a low budget one, like during a pandemic, but it was for my magazine, Wiener. But I like streaming better, because I like engaging in real time with the audience. It's kind of like live theater, I know you probably don't get to Jersey much, but have you heard of Paper Plane Coffee Company? Is it worth visiting? Keeps showing up on my feed when I'm here. Salika may know. Salika, do you know Paper Plane Coffee Company? I never heard of it. I have Disney coffee. I have what do I have? Oh, the Brown Derby from Disney coffee, from my coffee maker. I'm live on Twitch. Give me a follow. This is Michael Quinn. I'm streaming live on Twitch right now. I don't know where it could be. In Montclair. Okay. Oh, it's about 20 minutes. I like my neighborhood place on Route 1 called Wellbeing. There's a chain that just started opening up here in Manhattan, I've noticed. Is it Luckin Coffee? I think it's Luckin. And you order it from the kiosk. Montclair's a lot of coffee shops. There's so much competition. Yeah, I can't say I'm in Montclair too often. I don't even know. I think I was there for something. I don't know what. They have a coffee flight. Interesting. All right, TikTok, I'm going fully on. I already am fully on, but I'm going to shut off TikTok. So if you want to join us on Twitch, you can right now. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. I'm streaming now on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch right now. A friend of mine, Keith Williams, is from Montclair. He's a retired chiropractor. He now lives his dream playing bass in a Tool tribute band. He travels all over, and he's our age group, Mike. Oh, wow. I feel like you know all these like artists, these musicians and actors and stuff. Oh, the mustache. Well, let me see my next performance. Let me check my website. I know it's next month. Salika, you'll know my next performance. You know, I plan it with the calendar. I think I may do a goatee before that. I think goatees are starting to come back in style. I know Brad Pitt has one again, but he always has a goatee. And then I'll have the mustache for the play. I don't know how I just bump into people and meet them by chance like I met you. Absolutely. September 22nd and 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. So the September and the Hollywood performances are on the website, but I know I'm going to have others also added soon. So if I have to have the mustache by the 22nd of September, that would make it... I'll probably start growing it second week. I think a good full mustache, I give myself 2 weeks. So I'll probably start growing it like second week of September. But I won't grow I'll grow a beard first. And then maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll just do the goatee for a little bit and then get shave the mustache. Yeah, but for the character, because Charlie Feldman had a mustache. It's just for the character. I thought about, should I do a fake mustache? But like, what about if it doesn't stay on, or if I can't pull it off? So I figured, you know what? Make it a natural mustache. Best way is to grow it all out, then shave. That's what I do, yeah. So I grow the beard first, and then I shave, yeah. I'll shave like the night before my performance. I agree. Yeah, the summer flew by, huh? had some good trips this summer. What were some of your highlights of the summer, like places you've been this summer that would be considered a highlight? Mine was Bath and London. Here's the main question. Does your honey like you with the stash or without the stash? I don't talk about any honey here. I don't really talk about family or anything, but just to answer your question, everyone likes me without the stash, without being too direct. Although some people do like the beard. I'm still trying to get to Croton State Park. Well, you have Lake George. That could be it. The food isn't great up there. You grew up in Lake George? Rachel Ray. Did you know that? She's from Lake George. You think she'd open up something decent there? I was in Charleston back in April. That was nice. Ugh. Let me plug my phone in for a little bit. Never knew that. Yeah. Yeah, she's from Lake George. You can look it up. Well, they may get people in the winter because the mountains are there. But I think it's more of a summer resort. Like the Catskills or the Poconos. Which some of the places, maybe I've been there. Because it's really not that many good places to eat nothing horrible, but nothing that really stands out in the Lake George area. If you ever come down to Bucks County, PA, check out Well Bean. Definitely up your alley. The breakfast sandwiches are huge. Oh, really? Oh, heck yeah, we'll do. I've never been to an Olive Garden. I've never. I mean, being from New York, like, what's the point? You know, it's like, what's the point? Why would I go to an Olive Garden? I've never been in one ever in my life. Even when I'm away, like, I try to find like a decent Italian restaurant, but I've never been to an Olive Garden. With Olive Garden, if you need a pound of bread, I heard about that. We have good Italian restaurants, but they're very popular in white suburb. I mean, besides Philadelphia, I don't think I've ever been to a good Italian restaurant in Pennsylvania. But I'm not sure if I've been to, like, where in Bucks County do you go for like good Italian food? I remember going to a place in Pennsylvania that pizza, and it was like they had cheddar cheese instead of mozzarella on the pizza. I was like, and they were like the ones you get like not shredded, like the square cheese. You would get like Kraft single style. They are gold mines. The walt at certain Olive Gardens is over. The wait at it. Yeah, that's terrible. Again, I never, besides Philadelphia, which I don't really, you don't think of Philadelphia as being in Pennsylvania, although it is. But like I never had good Italian food in Pennsylvania. What are some of the places do you go to there? I could look them up. That must be in the boonies of PA. Philly, Bucks. Of course. What's Delco? I really get pizza and cheesesteaks. So where you live, Salika, what is the political environment like there? Is it conservative probably in Bucks County? Are there many MAGAs there or just like conservative or middle of the road? Okay, I knew it was Delaware something when I saw Dell. Lenova is my favorite. Really? So what is it like there? Oh wow. Really? There's been a big change, right? I mean, what's there to like right now? What could they possibly say that's good? I think the day after he got into office, neighbor Jerry said he should be unalived and he voted for him. Wow. We voted for that sheriff that was anti. Oh, Erie Wan, thanks for the follow. Robert Riley, thanks for the follow. Jay Abrams, thanks for the follow. I don't know who that sheriff is. Pentagon fires Stars and Stripes editor, publisher, reporter amid exit pressure on military newspaper. Yeah, I don't remember that guy. So those tuning in from my YouTube channel and my Facebook profile, you could come into my Twitch chat box and join the conversation. Oh, NBC. Oh, yeah. I don't watch MSNBC. Fawad Amir. I usually just watch mostly BBC and sometimes CNN. I like Abby Phillip. What time is that on? I like Abby Phillip is good. You know why it's good? Because they have both sides. You know? That's why I like Abby Phillip. They have both sides. We don't have the ICE drama in this country. New York City doesn't have ICE drama really either, that much. They just need to like train them and start over again. You know, it's just they're not trained. You know, and they get a pretty good salary starting off, I assume, and they're not held accountable for anything. Our Attorney General in Philly has made it clear to have ICE stay out. Yeah, I mean the cities are pretty much, yeah. They are former January 6th or some of them. Oh, sure they are, yeah. I just don't get the appeal. Like you have to be kind of, I'm saying like MAGA as a whole. I don't get the appeal. Like you really have to be from the dark ages. You really have to be just like not quite civilized. They were all trying to belong somewhere. Well, aren't we all? We all want to belong somewhere. But you can find better places to belong to. Like I don't find bigotry is a place that someone should belong to. They're a bunch of rejects. They think they'll find their identity in MAGA. They want a label. I think it's more that it gives them freedom to be bigots. It gives them permission, the green light. They were always bigots. You're right. Now they have the courage to come out of the closet or from behind the closed door. No, that's true. I think it's one of the more obvious answers or observations, rather. Well, I've been on almost an hour already. Time goes quickly on this. Did you hear about the white woman who threatened an American Vietnamese guy with ice? He didn't refund her for her pedicure. Where do you read this stuff? Is that like from Inquirer? I didn't hear about that. Where did you read that? No, it's a video on Instagram. Huh. I thought it was a joke, but it was real. You never know these days. Did you hear about the woman who tried the bomb? Yeah, I did see that. Oh, Abby Phillip is on now. You know what it is? Whenever there's aggression towards, Iran or Gaza, like whenever it's in the news a lot, you start to see these extremists come out. You know, it's not a coincidence. Watch Abby Phillip. They have MAGA on. He's great. Huh. Do you watch this on CNN, Abby Phillip? I like to watch it at night. This is crazy. She's nuts, this one, huh? This harp, she's out of her mind. Natalie Harp. She's a sick puppy. Definitely.
It's beyond that, and it's actually quite uncomfortable to watch a young woman that has such a pivotal job for the president and enormous access reduce herself in these letters to these kinds of statements of "I want you, I need you, I want to look pretty for you." I think it's a bad reflection of.
It's amazing how violent you guys are. How you could like a person who tries to harm others. Crazy. Who are you referring to? I don't know who you be more specific. I don't know which person you're talking about. I just pinned your comment because I want to know who you're referring to. The guy in your chat? Which guy? Which guy are you talking about? Let me see if there's someone I missed. Oh, one fucking viewer, you're a fucking loser. The guy in your chat. You only have you only have one. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Did you come from like Facebook or something? Like, who's the person that we like that tries to harm others? Like who's you're not even being clear. Here we go. They misgender.
It's not being loyal, it's worship. And it's not dedication to God, it's devotion to a single person. Okay. I also worked in the White House. I delivered clips to President George W. Bush when we were traveling internationally. Never once did the thought cross my mind that I should slip in a love letter to the president. It is cringe.
How can you misgender someone when you're on a chat and doesn't say male or female? But who are you referring to?
But she is taking lead to say the kind of things that she says to the president. On top of that, to refuse to undergo a background check for about a year, that is a red flag that should have been cause for removal.
MAGAs either see male or female, either see male or trans. I don't know. I just wish they'd be more specific. It's a little vague. You just assume guy, lol. I just think they bring something with substance to talk about. Do you know what I'm saying? Bring something with substance to the table.
We all watched over a long period of time, likes to have symptoms around. It doesn't mean exclusively, but that has got a more pronounced, and devotion is playing around in his world and in his larger orbit. She is the most pronounced example of it that I can see in recent years, and I think the other piece too is she doesn't have that according to people who've spoken to in the president's world over several years now. She doesn't really do much outside of work. She works constantly for him, and that is something that he has.
So I told you, Mike, all the same, nothing original.
I described her the other day as a baby, for lack of a better word, putting it in a comfort blanket. Everything that she just mentioned, you guys, is she's not in part to be a poster child for modern day fitness. She's a hard worker. She is resourceful.
Wow. SU is a man's name? I didn't know that. Sue. Sue is a female name. I wish they'd talk about something different than Natalie Harp. It's a distraction.
This is not double standard. This is not a case of a close inner circle like you imply. This is definitely not a case of
Is Adamant.
It's not giving away your entire life to write a sappy message and saying they're sorry for time. For acting like you have Stockholm syndrome. You listen to that, that's a weird situation. I will admit that this is odd. It is odd.
She is a threat to national security. So what do you think so? She's not a politician like Jared did. Yeah, she came on the scene. I could see, who can't stand her is Scott. He's like, she's not a public figure. Scott wants that job. He wants to be the press secretary. Even if she does wipe his ass, she needs a background check. She's a Russian agent.
they know that. But they also need people who are going to give it to them straight. And he clearly prefers.
Yes, and Melania and Caroline too. She's been like missing a lot. You notice that? Like she hasn't really been in the public eye, Melania. As opposed to early in the year, she wanted all the attention, right? With the documentary and everything, now she's like hiding. Ugh. I had to finish that movie, The Wizard of Kremlin. Yes.
I'm sorry, but reading these letters crosses a dangerous line. Certainly, the danger is that if she's cut out of this act out, I don't know, that she's possibly gatekeeping information and not getting it to the president. I mean, remember back in the first term, the Oval Office was essentially Grand Central Station. People were coming and going. There was really nobody that was policing it because that's the way Donald Trump likes to operate. But now it sounds like this individual, Alan Clark, is the one that's deciding oftentimes who gets in and who gets to speak to him. And that can be problematic if he's not getting information. It also kind of worries me that reporting is foreign diplomats who use terms of fact.
So stop misgendering people. Tell us why you like Trump. Yeah, defend him. Give you a chance to defend him.
They were the ones who exploded this situation with their out of control reaction to it. I mean, that's the same thing. If they did not want this.
Bill Courtney, thanks for the follow, pal. Those who are watching from my YouTube channel or my Facebook, come into the chat on Twitch. Exactly, because they're miserable. They want other people to be miserable. I mean, you know me, Salika. I'm open to conversation. I talk to them all, but they don't bring anything to the table but insults. You know, that's all they know how to do. Yep, exactly. They call liberal women trans. That's how I knew he was talking about me. I didn't even know he was talking about you. Then when you talk to them after they insult you, you think you're and try to hit on it. They know we're on it. They can keep their women to. Huh. Or the thick Malanga lizard woman.
I think the rifle's prices.
Blow this a little bit. Sorry, I don't mean to get on their level, but they are all the same. It's true. This is how I know they're under mind control. Let me see if I could get this thing on. Hold on, if this works.
Super love. Let's automate this. Go to automate.com, choose a voice. Let's see what have we got here. I need some.
Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA USA. We're dumber than a sack of hammers, that's what people say. We take the Constitution and we start it. Up a war. We rounded up the immigrants and pushed them out the door. We tore the East Wing down when we had nothing else. rules to do. We changed the color of the pool and tried to make it blue. We're good at doing stupid things 'cause we don't have a clue. And lying is our best defense because we hate the truth. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA, MAGA USA. We're dumber than a sack of hammers. What more can we say? We tank the Constitution 'cause we really do not care. We're trying to sack election laws because we don't play fair. The Democrats are saying that we're breaking all the laws. And some are even trying to prove that we've committed fraud. We've been accused of hiding things inside the Epstein files. They say we are protecting those they think are pedophiles. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA.
Did you hear that?
USA. We're dumber than a sack of hammers. That's what people say.
Can you hear that song?
Constitution, 'cause we just don't give a shit. And once we're gone, it doesn't matter. We'll be really rich. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA, MAGA USA. We're dumber than a sack of hammers. What else can we say? But we control the White House and we dictate all your
Should be the theme song. Like
Oh,
crazy.
say, can you see? We just turned out the lights. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA. We're the good old boys of MAGA. We're the good old boys of MAGA. MAGA USA.
Alright, I gotta try this off.
Those sailors pass the time away and they talk about their homes. And there's a girl in this harbor town and she works.
Alright, I'm back. You see a lot of that, right? It's crazy. You know what they call? Oh, you know how they always go after the left as being like trans and creepy and immoral. Like these guys just come out of the woodwork like all the time.
So here you have actually just to the same person for what would end up being 80, 85.
I kind of want to play that song again. Let's do that song one more time.
It was an honest moment. Her first time on the political campaign trail was August 1st. Her first in-state interview was August 4th. The first round of this election was August 11th, and the runoff was defeated. I don't think she's going to be successful.
We've had so many firsts. You're a new woman. Okay,
But I don't think she's going to be
people.
successful, and I don't think she should be. And this exposed why she should be, and she's a young woman.
You wouldn't get to do this. If there are 100 people in this entire nation that get to be a United States Senator, I mean, there's 1.5 million people in South Carolina. So go out there for this. You cannot be who you Lindsey Graham has. That's all. What about there's no BGYN? If you die,
Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA, MAGA USA. We take the Constitution and we started up a war. We rounded up the immigrants and pushed them out the door. We tore the East Wing down when we had nothing else to do. We changed the color of the pool and tried to make it blue. We're good at doing stupid things 'cause we don't have a clue. And lying is our best defense because we hate the truth. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA, MAGA USA. We're dumber than a sack of hammers. What more can we say? We tank the Constitution cause we really do not care. We're trying to sack election laws because we don't play fair. The Democrats are saying that we're breaking all the laws. And some are even trying to prove that we've committed fraud. We've been accused of hiding things inside the Epstein files. They say we are protecting those they think are pedophiles. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA, MAGA USA. We're dumber than a sack of hammers, that's what people say. We take the Constitution cause we just don't give a shit. And once we're gone it doesn't matter, we'll be really rich. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA, MAGA USA. We're dumber than a sack of hammers, what else can we say? But we control the White House and we dictate all your rights. Oh, say, can you see? We just turned out the lights. Oh, we're the good old boys of MAGA. We're the good old boys of MAGA. We're the good old boys of MAGA. MAGA USA.
It's a good one. He misunderstood our conversation. I said it like Abby Phillips, and he thinks I like the woman who went to the Capitol yesterday. I bet that woman was a MAGA. Well, first of all, I think, the smart thing to do when he enters the chat room should introduce himself maybe and ask what we're talking about instead of in media res, as they call it, in the middle of things, and just kind of assuming what you're saying without, that's how gullible they are. They're easily fooled, because they don't sometimes have that ability. Yeah, they lack a lot of things. What I really find disheartening is how many of them always talk about, if you want to live here, speak English. I mean, the grammatical attempts that they have are like a fourth grade reading level. They have not come close to mastering their native language. Do you ever notice that? It's not their native language if they checked her. Yeah, exactly. Al Canataro the second. You're the second. Thanks for the follow, pal. Those who are watching on my IG, I am streaming live on Twitch. I stream live on Twitch every evening after 9 o'clock. So I'm only going to be on IG for a couple of minutes. So come follow me on Twitch right now. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. So it's the same handle as up here, but on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. And for those watching from my YouTube channel, Michael Quinn Jag, come into my my Twitch. Also, you people on Facebook, come into the Twitch chat box. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. Miss you. Wait, are you on? Oh, missed the video of you and Josh getting all the days. Those were the days. J-Rod? We weren't. We were just basically just helping restaurants and small businesses, you know. It was, we were, I was teaching them how to be a humanitarian. But thanks for coming in, J-Rod. Hi, I'm live on Twitch right now. This is Michael Quinn. I'm streaming live on Twitch. I remember there was a time when you and Jess got noticed every time you went out. Yeah, I still do, I think. Definitely every time I go out, I get noticed. You know, but I think now people see me for my political videos. You know, so I'm very much, it's where I am in my life right now. I care very much about the world. I care about the people taking care of our planet, the people that live here, the people that are being slaughtered due to policies that are put forth by the United States. So that's kind of where I am right now. I remember it was a time when there was a time when I was so broken hearted. But for those who don't know, I stream every night after 9 o'clock on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. How's the Yeti doing? Haven't heard much from him. I haven't heard much from the Yeti also. Salika, I don't know, you probably know my friend, the Brooklyn Yeti. He used to come on in my earlier streams. But I've been kind of doing my streams solo because I was just having so much technical difficulties with the streams that I was wasting time trying to get people on the stream, and I was losing my audience, you know? So I'm going to work on that, have some more people. But yeah, he was dealing with some shit down there. You know, he still is. He has a Substack. Have you visited his Substack? That'll update you. He has everything on that Substack. I think it's like Joe Hunt, Brooklyn Yeti or something. You'll find his Substack. But I think if you read his Substack, you'll be updated on everything he's doing right now. Hey, Eric. How's it going, pal? Do me a favor. I'm going to shut off my IG in a minute. Come join us on Twitch. I stream every night on Twitch after 9 o'clock. And my handle is This Is Michael Quinn. So come join, hit the follow button, and join us here on Twitch, okay? So I grew up with this guy. His name is Joe Hunt. Not grow up. He's a bit older than me, but the guy's a gorilla. He's like King Kong. He's like 6'7", and not only is like big, he's like scary looking, you know. So his nom de guerre, as we call it, is the Brooklyn Yeti. So interesting dude, you know, big conspiracy theorists. You know, takes a lot of chemicals, stuff like that. But he moved to Florida, and after his mom passed away, and He just lost his fucking mind. I mean, he was always nuts, don't get me wrong, but it's like he should have stayed in New York. He should have, and he's been battling his neighbor. They're going back and forth over just crazy shit. You have to read his Substack to figure it out. Have you seen Josh since he's been back in New York City? No, it's been months since I've spoken to him. It's been months. Thanks, pal. Someone mentioned Flanny a little while ago, and I'm glad they did because I want to touch base with Flanagan to see how he's doing. What's up? Thanks for joining, pal. People in Florida are nuts, yeah. I mean, I go to Florida quite often, but it's not a place I want to live. I just like the beach and the resorts. That's it. Like people who say, Quinn, you always go to Florida all the time. You must be like MAGA. I said, no, I like the beach and the resorts. I like the climate. That's it. And I like Mickey Mouse. What have you been up to, Hank? For those who don't know, I'm streaming live on Twitch. I stream every night after 9 o'clock rather. I'm sorry, after 9 o'clock. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. You can find me on Twitch under This is Michael Quinn. Nothing much, buddy. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying streaming, just picking up every night, picking up a few more followers and being consistent with the streaming, which I enjoy. Heading to Walt Disney World next week. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a while. And I have more performances of my play coming up next month here in New York City. So I'm enjoying myself. Dexter has followed. Thanks for the follow. Look at this. U.S. cattle producers blast Trump over betrayal move. Farmers and ranchers extremely disappointed that Trump plans to flood the American market with millions of pounds of foreign-raised beef. There you go. We appreciate the goal of reducing grocery costs. Oh, boy. They're regretting their vote, the cattle producers, because now they're bringing, like, beef from Japan in and stuff. And without tariffs. Wow. I need a good bar in Soho to go to next week. Any recommendations? Sure, yeah. Well, obviously, Finelli Cafe, Finelli's. That's probably the only place I'd go in Soho. The bar by Balthazar is pretty decent. Toad's Hall, where is that? There's a lot of places you may like a little further and more like the Nolita area, as they call it. By Spring Street, like that area is pretty hot in recent years. Mother's Ruin, you ever been there? That's more like Nolita, Mulberry, Spring Street, that area. Hey, I'm streaming live on Twitch. Come join my Twitch stream. I stream every night after 9 o'clock on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. I'm going to turn off the IG. So if you want to continue the conversation, come on to Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. Twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. I'm streaming live on Twitch only. Goodbye. Let me see Toad's Hall. Oh, it's Toad Hall, you mean, right? That's in Soho on Grand Street. Let me see what was there before. Yeah, I never been to Toad Hall. I'm watching Reacher and passing out. Have a good night, everyone. All right, Salik, I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll be back on after 9. Get some good rest. Good spot. Feel like you like it. Yeah, I'll put that on my list. Maybe when I get back from Disney, I'll meet some friends. Let me see the drink menu because I don't drink beer anymore, really. So if they make a good martini, that would be great. It looks like a beer joint, but I'll check it out. See, oh, they have liquor. Oh, they got Hendrix. They got a pool table. I see. Take care. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow. See, they got the pool table. Yeah, it's like a typical. I don't know what was there before, if there was anything before. But again, that area wasn't really a hangout as it is today. So you know what I'm saying? Like Nolita and like, sure, there were clubs and so, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like a focal point, It really wasn't years ago as much as it is today. It's Ellie for the girls. Some MAGA said that these are Gucci glasses, by the way. He said these are birth control glasses. It's MAGA. We'll have to watch the new season, Love is Blind. Have a good night, sir. Take care, man. Come back tomorrow night. I'll be on after 9 o'clock. All right. I got the mirror up back on. All right. So I'm looking at this. Trump to allow beef imports without tariffs, angering MAGA. Angering the meat producers. Hey, I'm live on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. I'm still streaming. I've been streaming for about an hour and 43 minutes now on Twitch. So join the party. Live on Twitch. This is Michael Quinn. If you post on Twitch, I can read your comments. I can't read them here. So go to This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. So I'm going to shut this off. So if you want to continue the conversation, come into my Twitch. I stream every night after 9 o'clock on Twitch. So you go to This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. Or twitch.tv. This is Michael Quinn. So I'll see you on Twitch. I'm going to turn this off. This is Michael Quinn on Twitch. Streaming now. Much better. Here we are. All right. Good, good, good. Much better. Oh, I lost it. Okay. Almost had it. No, keep that here. Where's the other one? This is the one. No. Out. Out, brief candle. Could be it. It could not be it. Almost had it. Let's see if this works. No. No, I want to keep. Oh, there it is. Oh boy, I found it. And why is there two of them here? Get rid of this one. Oh, get rid of that one there. There we go. Oh, can I get rid of that one? Maybe there's two of them up. That's why. I'll figure this out in a second. Let me see. That should be fine. Let me see. This is so annoying. I lost it now. I gotta find this shit. I think it already is full screen.
This is Crystal Ship. When we get back, I'll drop a line. Thank you so much. Thank you for Jim Morrison.
Ladies are now here with her trusty dog Sandy, Miss Andrea McCarr.
So many nights I'd sit by my window waiting for someone to sing me his song. So many dreams I kept deep inside me, alone in the dark. But now you come along, and you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. You light up my days and fill my nights with song. Rolling at sea, adrift on the waters. Could it be finally I'm turning for home? Finally a chance to say, hey, I love you. Never again to be all alone. And you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. You light up my days and fill my nights with song. It can't be wrong when it feels so right. 'Cause you light up my life.
For John Dillinger, in hope he is still alive. Thanksgiving Day, November 28th, 1986. Thanks for the wild turkey and passenger pigeons destined to be shit out through wholesome American guts. Thanks for a continent to despoil and poison. Thanks for Indians to provide a modicum of challenge and danger. Thanks for vast herds of bison to kill and skin, leaving the carcasses to rot. Thanks for bounties on wolves and coyotes. Thanks for the American dream to vulgarize and falsify until the bare lies shine through. Thanks for the KKK, for nigger-killing lawmen feeding their notches. For decent church-going women with their mean, pinched, bitter, evil faces. Thanks for Kill a Queer for Christ stickers. Thanks for laboratory aids. Thanks for prohibition and the war against drugs. Thanks for a country where nobody is allowed to mind his own business. Thanks for a nation of finks. Yes, thanks for all the memories. All right, let's see your arms. You always were a headache, and you always were a bore. Thanks for the last and greatest betrayal of the last and greatest of human dreams.
Banana, Hannah. Try the salami, Tommy. Give it the gravy, Davy. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Try a tomato plate too. Here's cacciatore, Dory. Taste the bologna, Tony. Everybody eats when they come to my house. I fix your favorite dishes, hoping this good food fills ya. Work my hands to the bone in the kitchen alone. You better eat if it kills ya. Pass me a pancake, Mandrake. Having a derby-irvy. Looking to Fendel Mendel. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Hannah, Davy, Tommy, Dora, Mandrake. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Pasta fazola, Tallulah. Oh, do have a bagel. Now don't be so bashful, Nashville. Everybody eats when they come to my house. Hey, this is a party, Marty. There, you get the cherry, Jerry. Now look, don't be so picky, Mickey. 'Cause everybody eats when they come to my house.
Actors say that if you can get through stages of working with actors, her legend continues to grow. Depending on whom you talk to, she's a bully, a genius, a tyrant, an angel.
The only thing it is, you act with your soul, and you don't have that. There's an immediacy about your work, and whatever you say, don't keep any pauses. Just, she's got to know, and she's too far gone, and you're going to make her understand. Make her understand something that's more important than what she's saying.
Stella's vocabulary is precise. When she says action, she means the character's emotional objective. In this scene, A young man must make his drugged mother understand that he has tuberculosis. His action is to make her understand.
No! How dare Dr. Hardy advise such a thing without consulting me? You're my baby. Tear yourself away from her, because that's not the point.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Tear yourself away from her, because she's still going on with her own life and she doesn't want to hear about this. You.
All of this talk of loving me, and you won't listen to me when I try to tell you how sick...
Now that's enough. Enough. I don't want to hear, because I know it's nothing but hard. She doesn't want to hear. Darling, she doesn't want to hear. Don't wait. Go away from her.
Okay.
You understand? You have an action to tell her.
Yes.
And she won't let you. That's a fact.
All right.
Okay, come on. So continue the fight. Actively. Go on.
All right, Mama. This is something
The fact is that the craft of acting has been developed into being like the craft of music or architecture. It is a craft now that can be attained and can be used and practiced by young actors. It couldn't years ago.
In the 1920s, Stella blossomed from leading lady into restless spirit. In London, she gave what would be her final performance with Adler and met her first husband, who would be the father of her only child. Back in America, she flirted with vaudeville and a new first name. Her search for identity made her ripe for revelation. In 1924, Stanislavski's Moscow Art Theater came to America and changed Stella's life.
But I saw the most subtle, most truthful, most theatrical kind of acting, and I was stunned by their abilities.
Stanislavski's method was based on psychological truth. With the fervor of a convert, Stella trained with disciples at the American Theater Lab. But there was little room on Broadway for the kind of acting she admired.
I didn't so much like going on to Broadway because you were picked up to play in another play with other strangers, whereas in the Yiddish theater you always knew everybody.
Searching for a home, Stella finished the decade as the leading lady of Yiddish star Maurice Schwartz. In this famous scene, Schwartz plays Tevye, whose daughter has just eloped with a Russian soldier.
The Yiddish language is an extremely warm, emotional, and soulful language, and so you could express yourself more quickly without laboring on this rather puritanical English.
Nichts zum Gitten und nichts zum Beten. Loi Sucha und Loi Poket. Ihr Herzus mit Ukach. Na wo man habe, soll mir nicht den Mund schwören. Ihr Herz. Ich glaube. Du kämen oder wenn nicht.
I was playing, I was acting, and I was on Broadway, and I met a man who, Harold Cluman, I heard him speak, and I was overwhelmed at his knowledge, at his brilliance.
Harold Cluman would become Stella's second husband. A fervent idealist, he convinced her to take part in a noble experiment, the group theater. The Depression had turned America into a landscape of broken dreams. Out of the ashes of these dreams came voices demanding change. Politics combined with art to create a golden age in American theater. People had lost their homes, their jobs, but not their souls, Cluman preached. His group theater aimed to cultivate the American soul. Just as Adler raised his immigrant audience, now Cluman intended to do the same on Broadway.
I said, I want to be near this man. I want the influences that he can give the theater. I think it's for me.
The group theater was the utopian brainchild of Harold Cluman, Lee Strasberg, and Cheryl Crawford, a family of actors to mirror the family of man. Life, said Cluman, cannot be lived except in terms of people together, sure and strong in their togetherness. Clermon's dream became Stella's burden.
I expected what I would get if I joined the familiarity, a togetherness, a sense of camaraderie. What I met was a group of strange people from different parts of the world, and it was the damnedest experience of my life. It was like living with strangers for 10 years.
Group playwright Clifford Odets ventured the opinion that no Adler could ever be made a group person.
I didn't belong in any democratic situation. I didn't like any aspect of it, neither the clothes or the ideas or the way they dressed or their diction. I simply am an individual.
And her individual qualities led to a number of unique performances that electrified Broadway. Stella convinced her brother Luther to join the group. They performed brilliantly together despite their frequent quarrels. Clermont remembers that their curtain calls amused and terrified the company because between bows they turned on each other to resume their cat and dog fights. She also had heated battles with her director Lee Strasberg, who developed an acting method based on his understanding of Stanislavski's principles.
The central disagreement, I would say, that the theater exists 99% through the facility of the imagination. And Mr. Strasberg insisted that that was secondary.
Strasberg was adamant. Stella must develop her roles by exploring emotional memories from her own personal past.
I didn't want to think of when was I moved by my sister when she vomited. I didn't like that whole thing. I wanted to be in the dramatic sense of the author and the author's characters, and I thought Strasberg like him.
In 1934, Stella went to Paris. She met Stanislavski by chance and accused him of ruining her joy of acting. They took an afternoon stroll on the Bois de Boulogne, where he was surprised to learn that Americans were still using emotional memory, a technique he had abandoned years earlier.
He took me under his wing, and together with the secretary, we worked for weeks on clarifying what Mr. Stanislavski understood was being made into a kind of mystery in America. I don't think he wanted that.
Inspired by this passionate young American, Stanislavski outlined his current theories and confirmed Stella's belief in imagination, not emotional memory, as the key tool in an actor's art. Her return to New York caused an uproar.
So she came flying back with this message. Well, you can imagine the actors hearing this, because this is now coming from the horse's mouth.
And it said, Stella asks, Stanislavski answers. There was no improvisation about it. It was factual. It was thoroughly investigated.
It was like a breath of fresh air. You can imagine that we didn't have to worry all the time about, this emotional memory stuff.
And I think it was then that Strasberg retired from the group theater.
In 1935, Awake and Sing was a group theater triumph, as well as a trial by fire. Strasberg withdrew to develop what came to be known as the method, giving Clermont his first chance to direct. The play's message, that life isn't printed on dollar bills, is expressed by an unhappy family torn by disintegrating values. Stella refused to play the unglamorous role of Bessie Berger, a woman of 50, until Clermont suggested that she might not be able to do it.
She was very funny, as well as mean, as she was supposed to be in the part. But she hated one thing more than anything else, and that was the fact that she had to make up old when she was a beautiful woman, not anywhere near Bessie Berger's age, and that people would think that that was her, especially when they'd come backstage and say, "Are you Luther's mother?" She wanted to kill them because there was 1 year's difference in their age.
Stella has been quoted as saying, "It was not a barrel of laughs being in the group. It was not fun. It was not music, not painting, not culture. It was deep. It was as though someone had discovered an underworld."
Very good.
The interesting thing is that she did her greatest acting in the group theater. And she was one of the best actresses in the group theater, even though she did not feel that she belonged there.
In 1937, Hollywood called, and Stella answered, to a new last name, Arkler.
Well, if I can pronounce it, you can spell it any way you like.
Miss Craven, I don't know of anyone I'm so happy to see.
Oh, that darling little dog of yours, Miss Brennan.
He's a darling, isn't he? Did you say hello to Sam for me?
Not only hello, but skull, prosit, and howdy.
How grand it is to see you looking so well.
You mustn't believe everything you see, Mr. John.
This is a great pleasure, Linda.
This is all mine, Bossy.
Be seated, gentlemen, and just relax.
I don't think I can help you. You see, I hardly knew Mr. Battle.
Oh. Well, you didn't miss much. He wasn't exactly one of nature's noblemen.
Really?
Oh, how nice.
Camellia doesn't have any fragrance.
It doesn't need any around you.
I'm glad you like my perfume.
She was a lady to start with, very elegant, and then she turns around and she really, really shows the worst side of her, which is a gunwale, and she say dirty words, and I like that twist in it.
Why did he tour?
None of your business. I'm not on trial.
Not yet.
That's what I deserve for letting a double-crossing cop in the door. Get out. Get out.
Thanks for the camellia.
And don't come back.
Don't look now, but your accent's showing.
Mrs. Faludi! Mrs. Faludi!
Yes.
I'm home. Dennick is home.
I heard already. It's not your home till you pay the rent.
Oh, Mrs. Faludi, is that a way to greet a man who's been away for 3 months, who's been longing for your cooking all this time, who's been thinking of you every minute?
The rent you owe me since last spring. 3 months the room has been empty. Did I ever get a letter from you? A word from you?
I sent you a postcard, didn't I? How could I send you a letter? How could I? What would your fiancé think? You still got the same one.
Which one was it when you were here?
Rudolph.
No.
No?
No. The next Mr. Faludi's name is, Emil.
Oh?
He's got his own barber shop.
I used a Hungarian accent, and I used Hungarian motions, and I was so busy, and the director finally said, Stella, it isn't only your play. I mean, if you tone down a little bit, we'll let you be in the picture, but you're just taking over.
Then I'll not only pay you the rent, but will you get a present?
Smoocher.
The 1940s was a period of flowering. By the end of the decade, Stella's restless spirit would find a home. From the time her father first presented her on stage, she had traveled a journey that would lead to her greatest role, as a teacher. But first, she made her farewell to Broadway in a drama and a comedy that confirmed her status as a grande dame of the American theater.
In those days, it was sort of fashionable for the leading lady to arrive a little late to show who she was, like 20 minutes. After about an hour and 20 minutes, Stella arrived, looking absolutely beautiful with a great hat with quivering feathers all around it and long black gloves, and making gestures of pretending that she wasn't trying to disturb anybody. I told her who I was, and she looked at me with this beautiful blue eye and held my hand. If Stella likes you, it's difficult to get your hand back, she holds on to it. And she spoke the first words I ever heard her speak. She said, "Are you Jewish?"
When the Allies liberated the concentration camps, they found shocking evidence of Hitler's final solution. Homeless, the Jews who survived languished in displaced persons camps. Like her father before her, Stella answered the call of her people. As a freedom fighter, she went to Europe and helped secure passage for 750 Jews. By train from Frankfurt, by boat from Marseille and on to Palestine. Back home, she brought her passion for people, for life, and for the theater into the classroom. In 1949, she opened an acting studio, which continues today.
Okay, it's a lively applause, but I don't trust it. I think because it's raining, you might be a little bit protected by scarves and sweaters, and so let's scream. Who's shy? Come over and shake my hand. There. Now. And look at these people and tell them what you've done. Come on. Now. You see where the shyness comes in? My work is mostly to give the actor a confidence in himself. A confidence which nothing can shatter. I live now with the birds in Hollywood. I should have said that. I mean that. I mean it's a sanctuary there. I must tell you, and if you want to learn how to be free, listen to the birds and you'll find the tiniest thing is out. The quarter record is good enough. Now, my success in my field has been to allow and to see that the person achieved a self. Anybody that knows my father, I'm going to stop the scene. It's too passive. It's much too passive. It has nothing to do with acting. It has to do with the reading of lines. Now, I would say, in the play, you say, my father was a weakling. But there's nobody acting weaker than you. You are playing your own timidity, which is very bad for the part and very bad for the play. The momentum of the scene has to be theatrical, theater. The soul of the people that are playing has to I say, the only thing it is that you act with your soul. You do not act words, and you do not act this. You act with your soul. And you don't have that soul yet. You don't, and that's why you want to be an actor. I don't blame you. That's why you all want to be actors. Because your souls are not used up by life.
I remember the first class. She said, you must listen with your blood. I thought, oh my God, and she said, you have a huge responsibility in life to take life in completely, and so I started then. I started listening so hard that, it hurt.
I was a working class girl from Australia who never read a book, who hadn't heard classical music. I mean, I think my family read Zane Grey detective stories. And Stella opened a whole world of knowledge.
The actor has in him the memory of everything he's ever touched or tasted or eaten, and he is by nature gifted with memory. He can go very far back, and he does go very far back, and under very simplified circumstances, you can urge him to extend himself. Now, you heard that knock, and you had no reaction to it. Much more, darling. 1,000 times more. I heard somewhere that you came from some background of Italian background.
Yes.
Well, for God's sake, that no background is lost. No background is lost. So for God's sake, never mind the blue eyes, and never mind the fine thing. I want the Italian in you. That's where the acting is, the Italian in the American actor has pushed his feelings down to such a level that it is almost impossible for him to arouse himself to the force and the dynamic that you have to use as an actor.
She called me a Gentile once. I think it was the worst thing she ever said. She said, darling, you're so wasp. You're so boring. You've got to get some Italian in you, some Irish in you. Get Jewish.
A sign in her studio says, Stella would like all actors to know that her criticism is not personal. Nothing in the theater is personal. Theater is for the world.
There's always a controversy who's right in a modern play. But in a short play, he knows what's right. He tells you who's right. And you're playing it against somebody who is wrong. And wrong is wrong, and right is right. And you're playing it as right and wrong are the same. And so we don't get any kind of aspect of what you really want to tell them about how wrong they are, how right you are. It's not heroic enough. Now, an English actress doesn't need all that. She doesn't need that much explanation. She says, I can live on bread. Good enough, sweetheart. Good enough. When have I asked for more? Great. Don't knock it. Don't, but we can't do it. So you've got to do something else. You've got to know what the heroic is, and you've got to know Shaw, and you have to have that stardom in you that says, the name of the play is St. John, and I can't be a kid. There is a very good story around a long time ago that I went into Tiffany and bought some, you know that story? Yes, it's a very good story. And I bought something, and the lady said, where should we send it in England? I said, I don't live in England. They said, I thought you were English. I said, no, just affected.
You will never govern, Mary. If I let you go back, you'll be long broils again in Scotland, dangers and right ways to my peace at home. To be fair to my own people, this must not be. Now speak once with your ears and what behind it.
Come here now. Stay there. Speak to her and make her realize the technique of being a queen. Now you are speaking to her without guiding her, awakening her to this technique of governing, which is masculine, which is strong, which is it's not going to help you. She says, I too. Now what you must realize is that every queen is brought up, educated to rule. They are not educated to be girls.
You will never govern, Mary.
You will never govern, Mary!
If you want my love, you shall have it freely when I am free.
You will never govern, Mary. If I let you go back to Scotland, there will be long broils again, dangers and right ones to my peace and
More!
To be fair to my own people, this must not be.
Colours, lots of colours. Up and down and there. Now, darling, you must realize a star plays Elizabeth. She was a star. She was queen. Now, you're playing the lady in waiting. There is no age for an actress. There is no age. You have to have it. You have to be able to produce it. You have to have that tone that you give her. You can't always do this. Because I'll kill you. So what's the good of it?
And who will rule in my place?
Why rules now? Your brother.
He rules by
Yes, but all this could be arranged, or so I'm told, if your son will crown king and Moray made regent.
All right, every one of her arguments is stupid. Stupid. Walk away. Stupid. You're stupid. You do as I say. You don't always have to face her. You'll do as I say. I won't stuck with all this nonsense. Oh, well, now we have some more of this stupid, feminine thinking. Finished with that.
I'm standing still because I felt more powerful. Standing in one place and moving around. I'm not kidding.
She's like I have fun with my piano teacher. Like playing da-da-da-dee. Says faster, faster. I can't go so fast. Just a moment, stop coughing. No actor coughs. They don't sneeze and they don't catch colds. They're not tired. They don't yawn and they don't chew gum. So, I told you in the beginning that no matter what I said, you wouldn't listen. You would go to the words. You are drunk with words. You are infected. You are diseased with words. Instead of what words come from. You must contribute to the words. The words are not your privilege. The words are somebody else's. You must do something with them. You must give them life. They are on the page. Shakespeare is dead as doornails on the page. The play has nothing to do with words. Nothing at all to do with words. It has to do with ideas. That's what plays are about. Plays where you don't dance, and you don't amuse the audience, and you don't wiggle, and you don't shake, and it's not right there. It's not absolutely comprehensible, not even to you. Those are the parts. That's what you call the big theater. That's what you got to work for.
I myself know you to be an eater of dust. Leave me here and set me lower this year by year as you promised to the last as an umit, and my name inscribed on the four winds. Still I win. I have been a woman, and I have loved as a woman loves, lost as a woman loses. I have born a son, and he will rule Scotland and England. Come, tell me, Key. I have a hell for you in mind where you burn and feel it, live where you live and so.
Once more I ask you humbly to give up your throne.
No, devil! My pride is stronger than yours, and my heart beats blood such as yours has never known. And in this dungeon, I win here. No.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Size, power. Okay. The American theatre is producing good actors.
In the climax of this Arthur Miller play, A young veteran confronts a father responsible for the manufacture of faulty plane engines and the death of 21 pilots.
She's out of her mind. You did it? He never flew a P-40. But the others. She's out of her mind. Dad! You did it? Larry never flew a P-40. He's not to the others! How could you do that? What's the matter with you? How could you do that? Dad, we killed 21 men!
Okay. The action line is holding back from killing him. Not standing, but holding back, maybe putting... I'm you did it! And we have to see physically that you want to kill him. Remember, everybody can talk loud. Everybody. Everybody can do this, and louder, and still louder. That doesn't mean that you're acting. It means that I want to, child. I want to tell you something. I'll kill you from here, and not from words. More. We can pull you down, but we can't lift you up.
How could you do that? What's the matter with you?
You're walking away. Grab him by the neck, grab him by the shoulders. Do something.
How can you do that? You killed 20 men! How can you do that? What kills? 20 men! I never killed anybody! Then explain it to me! Tell me what you did! Explain it to me! You're a boy. What could I do, huh? I'm in business. You gotta process the process of work like that as a man. Why did you shoot them up? I thought by the time I spotted them, I'd have my process going again. They see that they needed me. And they let it go by.
Okay. Is business talking to civilization? The boy is civilized and says, you are a murderer and you deserve to be killed. That must be in the scene.
Chris, I did it for you. I'm 61 years old. When am I going to get another chance to make something big for you? You knew they'd crash! Don't mean that! You thought they'd crash! I was afraid, maybe. You were afraid, maybe! You were afraid, maybe! The rifles died with kids from the air! They're up in the air! For me? You did it for me? I was dying out there, and you were killing my boys, and you did it for me? What the hell do you think I was thinking of? The business? The goddamn business? Huh? Who the hell are you? Don't you have a country? Don't you have a world? Who the hell are you? You're not even an animal. Animals will kill their own. What am I to do, huh? What am I to do? I am turn the tongue right out of your head. What am I to do? What am I to do?
make the actor improvise on the stage. So they had no rehearsal. And in the improvisation, the actor's guts, his life, his everything started to work, and he was ruthless, and he was abandoned, which is very good to have to stage it. If not, he would have killed him. Now, every movement at the father was coming from the man who was the actor, the son who understood the theme of the American world. You did it for me. You did it, you killed for me. So, what kind of a son wants to inherit that kind of money? So he says, you're not even an animal. So how big do you want the writer to be? So let's applaud Mr. Miller. And then let's applaud these 200 writers. Pretty brave to do what he did. He really went for it. He didn't care, and that's real acting.
She's given me such moments of inspiration. I remember once in a scene with Queen Elizabeth, I felt like I could spit poison across the stage. I felt I was 6 foot tall. I mean, it really transformed me. And they're just moments. But, to have experienced those kind of moments is something extraordinary. It's what every artist wants, what every painter, what every poet. It's those moments, and they're so minute in time, and they flow by so quickly. And then you spend the rest of your life, sometimes you can spend 20 years before you get them back again. But I would rather have them than to have lived a safe life.
I understood that most people, myself included, who am I, until I realized I am in deep trouble because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to find out who I am. And in stumbling in literature, through different authors and phases, I got to one who actually said, don't try to know who thou art. Long has this idea tormented thee. It is much better to know what you can do, and do it like Hercules.
How about I let you drink?
You shall not harm Harry Potter!
Welcome to our Halloween animatronic launch. Truly, it's the biggest animatronic launch the industry has ever
World. Fire! Fire!
There's a dream. I want something. There's an inner desire to express something that you can't in daily life. And actors know that there are parts of themselves that they haven't used.
It is not, nor it cannot come to good
To break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
It's good, but it's not soliloquy quite. What actually soliloquy is to speak out the thoughts that are tormenting you inside, the inner thoughts verbalized. It's you are trying to understand your own thought.
Okay, then what should I pick as a focus to...
That's a very, very, very profound question you ask, because every Hamlet has asked the question. I've heard it answered. Speak to your other self. Speak to the Hamlet out there. But I would take an image of my thought, my mind out here, you mind, if you need that focus. Take it out there as if your mind were in front of you. Yes, a little lower down.
I got up and worked in the class that first day, and she was so wonderful to me. Oh God, when you don't know anything, you're so brave. Now I wouldn't dare work like that in front of her, but she would. See, she gives you the courage to fail.
I need an army, Philip.
I am tough. I ask a lot. There is no kindness in my demand. There's simply, we're in it together, we gotta fight it out, and you better do it my way, because if you don't, you lose. So do it my way and stop it.
I'll have your answer. Yes or no? You'll have it when I give it. You see, I have changed.
Okay. If an actor came in dressed as you are dressed, he would be asked to leave the theater and not come back, because I don't see that you would dare wear anything like that. It belongs to you. It's your own, isn't it?
No, it's not.
You borrowed it.
I stole it.
No. Now, you mustn't put anything on your body which doesn't feed the play and which doesn't feed your soul. Because you're not acting words. You are not acting words. That is not part of the tradition in which this playwright wrote a play. you cannot dress that way, you cannot use a bottle that way, you cannot use candles that way, and I don't want to be subjected to it. You understand? I can't get anywhere with you in the park.
I apologize for not being prepared.
I accept your apology, knowing that it will help you and that you will do a lot to change it. You did the Chekhov and you have the talent. What you don't have is a sense, which Americans don't have, of the style. And that you must achieve.
I simply was brought up to be what I am, and I suppose it's coming over as being very theatrical.
A child of famous actors, Stella's New York apartment is a Fifth Avenue fantasy, a gilded setting for golden memories of her theatrical roots. Part Venetian, part Madame Pompadour, it also resembles the opulent dressing rooms of a bygone era in which an actress received her public. Today, these rooms are alive with the presence of her late husband, Mitchell Wilson, and reminders of her spiritual teachers, the Russian Stanislavski, the French Sarah Bernhardt, and most honored of all, a mother who inspired courage, and a father known as the Great Adler, star of the Yiddish stage.
His Merchant of Venice was so important that the world came to see him. And a producer from the American theater asked Adler to do it on Broadway. And Adler said, I don't really speak in any other language but my own, so I can't do it on Broadway. The producer came back again and said, we will let you play in your language and surround you with an all-American English cast. And he said no. And then somebody smart enough said, Adler, you owe it to the Gentile world.
Only a few minutes of damaged film remain as a record of an actor who was a hero to his people. He specialized in parts which revealed the moral tug between good and evil, flesh and spirit. Melodramatic by today's standards, Adler's style came from the language he spoke, Yiddish, an emotional blend of German, Hebrew, pleasure, and pain. His great purpose was not to entertain, but to teach an audience of immigrants. Between 1900 and 1920, 1.5 million arrivals turned New York's Lower East Side into the largest Jewish ghetto in history. Adler fed these hungry people a diet of great plays and noble ideas. From tenements, from pushcarts, from sweatshops came Jewish hopes and American dreams. And Adler, the great Yiddish actor, gave them voice.
He believed that his courage could influence people. And so when he took me, the actor said, you can coach her and give her lines to do,